Hey, side-by-side we ride family. I'm over here with Les Holmes, one of our fearless leaders in the side-by-side world here. I like to call him at the time. My uncle here. So anyway, secret's out now with all his old buddies and stuff. He's got him a brand new 2025 RZR Pro R with that Tiffany green color. This thing is beautiful here. So do a quick little walk around and let you check it out for a second, because this is the first dune trip, the first ride on this machine here. So far all the feedback from it has been very well and very liked. So introduce here to old Les here and ask him a couple questions of what's nice about this model that he got and the newer upgrades that he's insisted on from the 24 to the 25.
Well, you know, I've been a big fan of the Pro R since they came out, but I was waiting. Hopefully they would come out with a turbo edition, and you know, the famous talks about DC transmission like the Maverick has. And the other day I had the opportunity doing some work on the dealerships to actually compare the Mav R and the Pro R side by side. And I have some videos and pictures of that. But basically, as a Polaris guy, I really, especially leading rides a lot, you really like your line of sight. And sitting in the Mav R and the Pro R on the showroom floor, counting the tiles out, you just gain so much more line of sight with the Polaris and the Pro R, in my opinion. Everybody has their own riding style, but me, and you know, leading a lot, I have to check up, and I like to see where I'm going right in front of the car. And that's an advantage I believe that the Pro R has over some of the other models out there in the industry. But I would say, bar none, the cooled and heated seats, which my other Turbo S, you know, me and Waylon put heated seats in our machines quite a while back, but the cooled seats has got to be one of the best things, especially in the desert and the dunes, to be able to have that cooling effect. The other thing that I really like is we've learned on these 25 that if you double tap the firm button, for the oh shit button as everybody refers to, it actually locks the full firm in. So that's a big advantage, I think, over the evolution of the dynamic system, is not only the dual valve now with your compression and rebound, but I feel like that's been one of the weak points in the dynamics since the Turbo S. Because the Turbo S, when you put it on firm, you're planting 10 full firm all the way around. And it really plants the car, whether you're on the track or in the dunes. But I feel like since the Turbo S, they've only, in firm and the other race modes, track modes, they only go to 8. And with that Firminator button now, you can double click that dude and it'll stay full firm in 10.
ride or swing set. We got a volleyball court. We got the swing set. Yeah, we got tetherball now. Man, it is crowded today. Saturday. A lot of people out here hanging out, having a good old time. The jump is really washed out. It's a big roller. Nobody's really been able to jump at all. Sand car can pull a wheelie off of it. That's about it. Right where that dirt bike's coming down right now, that's usually the spot. So if you go to the right where those two side-by-sides are sitting, got a little bump here. A couple dirt bikes have hit it so far, so I'm waiting to see if another dirt bike's going to or not. They've been hitting it. Other than that, just a little family time fun, you know? I always do out here. It's great. Here we go. Here's a dirt bike going right here. See what he's gonna do. Yeah. Not bad. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. That's all I gotta give him a 7. Yep, give him a 7. So Mr. Ben right there of American Oasis. Another dirt bike. That's about a 3.
I got 260 miles on it now this weekend, and flawless. My buddy Ben, America's Oasis, was kind enough to, I hadn't decided on tires and wheels yet. We literally drove it from the dealership and put it on the trailer and brought it down here, and Ben was so kind to let me use his tires and wheels off of his ProR, and I've really liked the combo. I think we may make a deal on them. But shout out to America's Oasis and Family Power Sports for making me the deal on this machine. And like I said, comparing the MavR and the ProR on the dealership floor was a big advantage in my opinion. I was actually able to just test the fitness of the doors. You know, on a Polaris, I feel the plastics are a little thicker, and here you might have an 8-piece door, where on some other BRP brands, and I'm not knocking Can-Am, they're a great machine, but you've got 15 pieces on that same door. And you get the fitment, the power always being there with that CVT. I was kind of worried about the belt, but I tell you, I broke it in a little easy the first 40-50 miles, but since then I've been relentless on it, and this thing has held up really well. The fuel mileage is getting better now. We just did for a short 30-mile rip, and I've still got almost 3/4 of a tank. Half the time in race, half the time in sport, trying to conserve some fuel. So I'm real happy with the machine.
I will say I've been behind you most of the time on this thing, and just watching the suspension work going through the whoops is impressive. For being a stock machine with no aftermarket work on it done yet, it's been real impressive. Looks like it handles really well. Pulls the front tires, got plenty of power. I'm running out of power in my TurboR, and he's just steadily pulling on me. So, especially up the dunes, popping front tires up everywhere, it's pretty awesome. So,
well, I'm used to that in the Turbo S, but you know, it had 260 horsepower with the Evo turbo kit and everything. Being able to do it in this machine just kind of really surprised me. And I've drove other ProRs, but they've updated a few things besides the fascia and air intake vents. I feel that they've tweaked a few little things here and there as well.
So is there anything in the near future that you're willing to possibly change on it, or you're going to add to it to help it out anymore?
You know, I really like a lot of the factory options they offer. You know, Polaris offers these nice armrest pads. So the armrest is from the factory, but the pad is an aftermarket item. The headliner, the mirror, the windshield is even fitted for a windshield wiper. I don't see me doing that in this as far as a dune machine goes, but it's nice to have those options.
Les, I appreciate it, buddy, and hopefully you have a good time riding. Enjoy it.
You always do.
So still Oldmobile Hill. The purple heater there, little YXZ. There's a couple more YXZs over there. He went and lined up with them real quick. He's trying to get them to shoot up there, give them a race. I guess they wouldn't accept it. Oldmobile Hill at night, Valentine's night, 2025. It's a little early or late. It depends on your preference. Small little groups out here. Shout out to MTS. There's an MTS car right there next to us. Check it out. Oh man, I should have seen that in, I guess. 3 times. Just been out cruising around, riding around tonight. Nothing too terrible. How was that, Louis? I missed the transition earlier, I seen.
Yeah,
It was a big one, though.
I could not find that thing to save my life, and then I was like, on the other side, it's literally like this.
It was a little sketchy at that moment. That was a blast, though. All made it, unscathed, cruising around for a Friday night. We ain't done tonight yet, though.
In life, side by side we ride. Don't forget, log on the website, get you some apparel. got dune shirts, mud shirts, crawling shirts, just any kind of shirt you can imagine, hats, beanies, you name it. Get on SxSWeRide website and pick up some of their garb. Support those guys because they've done a lot over the last few years trying to support the sport and give you guys a good website to log on there and find places to ride in your area. You can calendar to post up events, so that's awesome. Very glad to be acquainted with those guys and be friends with them.
Oh, we are too. We are too. We enjoy a bunch of the rides that we get to do with you too, especially leading around. As you've seen, there's some videos out right now. Just keep in touch. Keep liking, sharing, subscribing, share with your friends, everything like that. Shout out to American Oasis, of course, and you know, check out Side-by-Side website for events. Check out American Oasis for events. You know, we always got something going on. So there's other sponsors to mention too, such as MTS shocks and stuff. If you would, just check us out.